By their fruits ye shall know them. The fruit is light and truth. It's not the same old light and truth. It's new light and truth. So those that are His will continue to find further light and truth. Why? Because they're paying the tithe. They're going to the Scriptures. They're going on their knees, and they're desiring to know. So the key in this is, do I have more light and truth? It's been a while since I've been able to share. Lately I've been learning about meditation, what it is, how it works, how we get into the realm that is God, where all light and truth is present. In this realm, we are taught, we are given more wisdom and understanding than comes to us normally. Okay, while I was learning about meditation, there's a really good source called Joe Dispenza. You can YouTube it. He has really good information. He teaches the science behind it. Now realize the science is not centered in Christ, although he believes in Christ. So, but it's not Christ-centered meditation. It's a Buddhic, Hindu meditation, so where you can understand and know what it is. So, but in what he teaches that the body has the ability every 30 days to regenerate itself. It has the ability to literally transform what it is and what happens with it. Okay, so I was working on a job in Escalante and was cutting a board with a cordless skill saw, and the skill saw and the board jumped and it got my finger, and it got my finger really good. I went to the clinic, and while I was at the clinic, they put my finger in a water bath of really clean, pure water to kind of see what they needed to do and how they needed to do it. And this is a picture of this, and if you're grossed out by gross pictures, you're going to want to turn your head. I'll tell you when you can turn back, but you can see the bone, and you can see how much tissue was literally removed. They could not do stitches. So here it is. Okay, this is a picture of what it is, and if you look really closely, you can see the bone. Okay, so I'm sitting in the clinic and asking the Lord, with the knowledge that my body regenerates every 30 days, completely new body. So I'm asking the Lord, I said, Lord, do I have your permission to tell my body to regenerate my finger? And he says, yeah, go ahead. And then he takes me through this beautiful, elegant pattern that teaches me how to meditate and how to do these things that are going to help me along the way. So he gets me taking in the breath of life, which actually vibrates. It continues to vibrate more and more. Usually when you take it in, it starts at the very end of your breath and then grows. So the vibrational frequency, which is the vibration of the Spirit, which is the vibration of God, which is when all truth is present, it will continue to expand. So this vibration first starts at the very end of the breath in the meditation period, and then it expands a little bit each time, and it'll expand, and it'll expand, and it'll expand. Well, he gave me a grace step up. He showed me how to do this so that I could learn how to do it later. And I'm still trying to get to the point where he taught me how to do this. But we always have to ask him, and we always have to get clearance to do any miracle, to do anything that God will allow us to do. And when he okays it, then we can do it. Then we are blessed with that gift to do so. So what ends up taking place is I end up continuing to breathe, continuing to bring the Spirit in. The Spirit grows to the point where it expands beyond my breath. That means the vibrational energy of the Spirit vibrates clear through all the breath. So, and it continues past the breath. And if I'm not taking in a breath, it is still vibrating. Okay? And then he tells me to tell my body to focus all its energies of regeneration on the finger. And then as I focus on the regeneration of the finger, I'm telling it what to do and how to rebuild, how to regenerate, how to do the tissue, how to interconnect the tissue. And I didn't do this perfectly because it was the first time that I did it. So the more descriptive you can be about the interknitting of the tissues, the interconnecting of the tissues, the interknitting of the blood vessels and the veins and the nerve endings and the nerves and all the neurological things that need to take place in the regrowth of this finger. I did as much as I could understand. He tried to teach this finite mind what to say and how to say it, but I wasn't perfect at it. So what ended up happening is I told it to regenerate itself, and I forgot to regenerate skin. Okay, I forgot to focus on the regeneration of skin. So by the next morning, what had taken place is now it's going to be gross again, my finger went from this to this, and I'll turn it that way so you can see it. So it regenerated all of the tissue within that area. And these are continuing photos to show you that it regenerated everything there. So by the next morning, God had regenerated my finger, but not the skin. So 4 more weeks, he brought me through this process of regenerating my skin. And then about after my skin was completely regenerated, what he ended up doing is he wanted me to continue to focus on this. And what he did is I slammed my finger in the door, I think twice after that. Once was like at 4 weeks, the other was like at 6 weeks. And it was to continue to remind me of the great power that is his. And it is only his. And when we align ourselves with that, we become like him. We have the ability to literally rebuild ourselves from the inside, to remove the dross, to remove the garbage, to remove all darkness by focusing on what he is and help us become more like him, which is the greatest and best key of all. So this was my grace step up. Just like a child gets a grace step up in learning how to walk, God gave me this grace step up, teaching me how to regenerate the body and how to be a co-creator with him. And what I mean by co-creator is you can't do it on your own. You can, but then you become the God and you get dishonored by him. So the key is to ask, receive the answer, and then move in that direction and watch until we are obeyed. God bless your desire to come into Christ. God bless your desire to receive more of him, which is light, truth, and the way back to perfection.